Good viewers, this is Afia Bola Johnson, your biology tutor and your chemistry tutor. Now, try to share this video, like it, and subscribe in my YouTube channel so that I can have access to every other videos I post. Now, we want to look at types of calyx. There are three types of calyx. Now, what are they? These are, first one is called polycephalous calyx. Second one is called gamocephalous calyx. The third one is called petaloid calyx. So let's look at the first one, polycephalous calyx. What is polycephalous calyx? This is a type of calyx in which the sepals are free from each other, from one another, and not fused. So it is found in the flower of Pride of Barbados. Now, let me show you what I'm talking about here. This with me is a flower of Pride of Barbados. Let us examine the calyx from here. Now, look at here. So I can see it very well. These are the calyx. You can see one here. See one here. Can you see? They are free. They are not fused together. See another one here. This bigger one. Then they are not fused. See another one here. They are free from one another. So they are not fused. So that is that. So now let's look at the second type of calyx. We have gamocephalous calyx. Now, this is a type of calyx in which the sepals are fused to form a cup-like, something like a cup-like structure. It is present in hibiscus flower. So you can find it in hibiscus flower. Let's check hibiscus flower. See what we are talking about here. This is an hibiscus flower. So with what you are seeing here, you will see now this thing that is like a cup, like a glass cup that you use for sharing of wine. This thing, this is the calyx. This one sepal, this another sepal, this another sepal, but they are already fused together to form a cup-like structure. These are episepals. These ones that look like star. We have discussed that in the previous video. Underneath the calyx, that's episepa. Episepa is in hibiscus, but it's absent in Pride of Barbados. The gamocephalous calyx is in hibiscus, while polycephalous calyx is in Pride of Barbados. Now let's look at the third one, which is petaloid calyx. This is a type of calyx with colorful sepals like petals of corolla. In a three scents. This one, now, it is common to the flower of Pride of Barbados. Then take note of one thing. The collective name for the sepals having similar colors with petals and the petals resembling the sepals in color is perianth. So that's the collective name for both the corolla and the calyx having similar color. Look at, in Pride of Barbados, it is difficult, if not for the size and the position, it might be a little bit difficult for you to differentiate between the corolla and the calyx. They have the same color. So you can see these are the look at, these are sepal, but this is a corolla, is big. This is bigger, while this one underneath is what is small. So it is only the small size now you used to differentiate. So both this sepal and this petal having similar color are collectively called perianth. So unlike in the case of look at hibiscus, look at petals are red while calyx are green. So they don't have the same color. So perianth is common to Pride of Barbados flower and not in hibiscus flower, in case they ask you to state differences between them. Then that is what we are doing now. So please, this is Gamo. This is Gamosepalus. Okay, now let's look at, these are the three types. Now let's go to corolla. Corolla. This is the collective name for members, for brightly colored members called petals. So now look at this. This is hibiscus flower. This brightly colored thing you are seeing here, this is a petal, this another petal, this another petal, this another petal. How many petals do we have now? I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 petals. So the collective name for all the petals you are seeing is called corolla. One corolla of hibiscus contains 5 petals. Then that of Pride of Barbados, how many petals? So the brightly colored parts, this one. So this brightly colored part, they are the what? They are the petals. So that is that. Now, yes, what is now the function of the petal, the corolla? Function. The major function of the corolla is to attract insects for pollination. Why and how? Due to its scent and attractive or conspicuous color. Attractive or conspicuous color. So insects that are nearby, they are attracted by the scent, by the odor, fine odor they get. So conspicuous color. And the color they can see from afar, which is attractive. So that is the function of what? Of the corolla. That's the function of the corolla. Now, let's look at types. Types of corolla. Just like here, we see there are two types of corolla. These are, we see one, polypetalous. Polypetalous corolla. Two, we have gamopetalous corolla. So now let's look at the first one, polypetalous. Polypetalous corolla. Polypetalous corolla. What is polypetalous corolla? Now, polypetalous corolla is a type of corolla in which the petals are free and not fused. They are free, they are not fused together. So, one of the similarities between the flower of Pride of Barbados and that of hibiscus flower is that both flowers have a polypetalous corolla. So, this is a type of corolla in which the petals are free from one another and not fused together, as in the flower of hibiscus and Pride of Barbados. So that's one thing that they have in common. So you can see that, look at hibiscus, look at the petals, they are free, they are not fused, they are free, they are not fused together, they are not fused. And the same thing in the case of Pride of Barbados, you can see the petals, they are free, they are not fused together, they are not fused. But if you go and check that of Nicotiana tabacum, tobacco flower, that white flower, they are fused together to form a tube-like structure. And that type of corolla is called gamopetalous corolla. Now, we have gamopetalous corolla. Now, this is a type of corolla in which the petals are already fused together to form a tube-like structure. So we are done with that. So we can now go to the female reproductive structure, which is gymnoenzyme. Gymnoenzyme, which is also known as what? Carpel. Carpel or pistil. Carpel or pistil. Now, when we're talking about gymnoenzyme, gymnoenzyme is the female reproductive part of the flower. Gymnoenzyme is the female reproductive part of the flower. So, it is the part that receives pollen grain for fertilization. That is carpel or gymnoenzyme. Now, this is the female reproductive part of a flower. Now, it consists of the following three parts. That's three parts. One, we have stigma. Two, we have style. 3, we have ovary. Now, let's check what we are saying here. Let's take the first one, the stigma. 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 The stigma is what performs the function of vagina in human reproductive system. Stigma. Stigma. This is a surface that receives polygrains during pollination. And that is why we say pollination is the transfer of polygrains from anther to the stigma. In hibiscus here, the stigma here, they are the tip of this place. This is stigma. They are here. Several stigmas are here. At this tip, that's the stigma. Now, then in Pride of Barbados, you have so many things that arise, so many thread-like structure. But there is one at the center. At the center, I have it here. So this is the stigma. The tip of this is the stigma. So now, then let's look at the next one, which is style. 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 This is a thread-like structure which lies between the stigma and the ovary. It helps to transport the pollen tube to the what? To the ovary. So now, then another thing is that in hibiscus flower, the style is protected by a tube called staminal tube. But it is not so in the flower of Pride of Barbados. Let me show you what I'm talking about here. This is hibiscus. So if I detach the parts, detaching the parts now, then this is the tube. This is staminal tube. If I tear this, you see one white thread at the center. That white thread is the style. It is style. It is style. Let me bring it out. Can you see? Yeah. This is the style. Can you see the style? So this is the style. And this swollen base is the ovary. This swollen base that is like a cone is the ovary. Can you see? So from here down to this place now is a pistil. So this is style. It's protected by staminal tube. But in a Pride of Barbados, nothing like that. Let me try to detach this then for you to see. You see the ovary looks like a fruit. Okay, good. Okay, yes. So what I'm showing you here, this is what we have here is the ovary, while this is the style. Then the tip is the stigma. So you can see it's not protected by any staminal tube. So that is that. Then we move on to the androecium. Okay, the ovary. The ovary is the swollen base of the style, which contains ovules. So they contain ovules. So fertilized ovules are seeds, while fertilized ovary is the fruit wall. The fruit wall. We are coming there later. So that is the ovary. I've shown you that conical part. It contains ovules. Now then we have androecium. Androecium, or you call it stamen or androecium. This is the male reproductive part of a flower. It consists of the following two parts. Number one, we have anther. Number two, we have filaments. These two parts form the stamen. Now let's go and look at the first one, which is the anther. The anther. Now, anther is the part of the stamen which produces and releases polygrains. You see, polygrains are male gametes that resemble sperm in human reproductive system. Then while anther is what looks like testes. They have kidney shape. That is anther. Anther has a kidney shape. So if you are looking at it in hibiscus flower, so all these yellow parts here, they are the anther. Why the thread that joins the anther to the flower they are the filaments. So you look at it here, all these parts, all these things that come out like thread, only one of them does not have a swollen head. The one that does not have a swollen head is the stigma. While all these ones with swollen head, the swollen head is what? The anther. While the thread that join the swollen end to the flower are the filaments. So the filaments. This is a thread-like structure which attaches the anther to the what? To the flower. Now take note, in hibiscus flower, several filaments fuse together to form staminal tube, protecting the style. But this does not happen in Pride of Barbados. This only happens in hibiscus flower. So I've shown you the staminal tube the other time. So now let's look at the structure of the ovary. Let's look at ovule. I made mention of something. Ovule. Ovule is a structure containing containing egg or ovum, the plural form of which is ova. Okay, that's the ovule. The ovule is attached to the wall of the ovary at a point called placenta. The point of attachment of ovule to the wall of the ovary is called placenta. So the ovary in flower is representing womb in human being. Now, unlike in human being, now the ovary is separate. Now, the stalk, the thread-like structure, the thread-like structure that attaches the ovule to the ovary wall is called funicle. It's called funicle. Now, the ovule has 3 layers. The ovule has 3 membranous layers, which are 3 membranous layers. The ovule has 3 membranous layers. What is a membrane? Membranous. The word membranous comes from the word membrane. And membrane means an outer cover of something. The outer cover of something. So the 3 membranous layers of the ovule are, we have number one, we have integumen, which is the outermost layer. Then number 2, we have nucellus. Then the plural of which is nucelli. Then we have number 3, embryo sac. Embryonic sac. So now, the embryonic sac houses 8 haploid nuclei arranged in 3 rows. Now, take note, the entrance of the embryonic sac is called micropyle. Now, let me see. You have something like this. Then that entrance micropyle. This is funicle. Now, this is integumen. This is nucellus. This is embryo sac. So inside the embryonic sac, here, these 3 haploid nuclei, they are called antipodal cells. They are called antipodal cells. At the center, we have already fused. They are called polar nuclei. Then, at the micropyle mouth, we have the egg nucleus, surrounded by synergy cells. So what I have here is the diagram of the longitudinal section of what? Of oval. Now this one you call, when you say longitudinal section, both longitudinal section and transverse section means the internal part of something. But the internal part, when the something is cut vertically, when the thing is cut vertically from the head down, just like you are splitting a beam into two halves, that's what you can see inside of it is the longitudinal section. So take note of that. So in the next video, we are going to look at the diagram of the longitudinal section of Pride of Barbados and that of hibiscus flower, and I will be showing you some guidelines that you need to follow while drawing in order to satisfy the marking scheme of WAEC and NECO. So see you then. I remain my humble self, Afi Ademola Johnson. God bless you and bye for now. Thank you. Please try to subscribe in my YouTube channel so that you have access to all my videos that I'll be posting. Then try to like this video and try to share it. God bless you. And please put things in the comment section to encourage me to know that you are enjoying what I'm doing. Even if you don't have corrections to make, just put something there to encourage me. See you next time. See you at the top. Afi Ademola Johnson. God bless you and bye for now. Thank you.